Welcome to a narrated discovery, the channel where we wander slowly, listen deeply, and explore the world's hidden beauty one country at a time. Today we journey north into a land of pine and snow, still lakes and wooden homes, silence and sunlight. This is Sweden. Have you ever stood in a forest so quiet you could hear your own heartbeat? Have you walked through a landscape where winter is not an interruption, but a rhythm? Sweden is not a country that speaks loudly. It waits, it listens, and when it moves with care. Stretching from the Arctic Circle to the gentle coasts of Skåne, Sweden is long, like a breath held in. A land of fjäll and fjord, birch and Baltic, candle and stone. We begin in the north, where the land forgets time. Above the Arctic Circle, the sun disappears for weeks, but it leaves behind its memory. In snow that glows, in silence that sings, in stars that feel close enough to touch. This is Sámi, the ancestral home of the Sámi people. Reindeer move through white forests. Wind moves through wide space, and nothing rushes. Here you learn to watch, to wait, to feel what cold really means. Not discomfort, but presence. In the deep winter, snow becomes language. It muffles the world, yes, but also reveals it. Tracks in the white show foxes, elk, humans, and time. Footsteps feel like memories, and every branch becomes sculpture. The Sámi live close to this rhythm. Their joik, a traditional form of song, is not about things, it is things. A joik of a river is the river. A joik of a friend is their spirit, their scent, their memory. They herd reindeer across vast lands without fences. Their clothes glow with bright red and blue, contrasting the pale north. Their homes are simple, their words are soft, their culture endures, quiet but unbroken. As spring begins to creep into the tundra, the light returns. Not just sunlight, but skylight. In April, the sun stays late. In June, it never leaves. Nights become blue instead of black, and suddenly, the silence feels like celebration. Southward, the forests deepen. Pine and spruce crowd the land, thick as memory. Rivers wind through mossy ground. Cabins appear like whispers, red-painted, wood-framed, candlelit. This is the Swedish countryside, not built, but grown. In the Larna, horses are carved from wood and painted bright red with blue and white patterns. They are not toys, they are stories, symbols of strength, of work, of home. Villages curve gently around lakes. Children skate across frozen water. Families gather in kitchens where time slows. Cinnamon buns rising in warm ovens, coffee poured black into small cups, and silence shared like bread. In Sweden, silence is not absence, it is space. Then comes Stockholm, a capital spread across islands like stepping stones. Gamlestan, the old town, glows with ochre walls and cobbled streets. Church bells ring the hour. Boats rock gently in quiet harbors. Here, modernity and history are not in conflict. They walk side by side. Museums hum with light and dust. Subways are painted with art. Libraries feel like sanctuaries. And water is everywhere, holding, softening, connecting. Stockholm doesn't shout its brilliance. It invites you to discover it slowly. With each ferry ride, each open window, each pause by the water's edge. West of the capital, lakes begin to dominate. There are over 90,000 of them. Some are the size of cities, some no larger than a shadow. But each reflects sky, wind, and stillness with perfect clarity. You walk a path through birch forest. A moose passes in the distance, and the lake beside you breathes in light, like it's remembering something. In the evening, a sauna waits by the shore. Steam rises. You plunge into cold water and emerge, reborn. Not from intensity, but from simplicity. This is Sweden's gift, to remind you that peace is not rare. It is simply quiet. As summer arrives, the country transforms. In midsummer, the sun barely sets. Children wear flower crowns. Families dance around maypoles, not for spectacle, but for joy. Tables overflow with pickled herring, new potatoes, dill, and strawberry cake. Songs rise into the long light, and for one night, all of Sweden seems to exhale. This isn't a celebration of performance. It's a celebration of return. To earth, to each other, to light itself. On the island of Gotland, limestone cliffs meet the sea in quiet conversation. Ruins from the Hanseatic days sleep beside medieval churches. Sheep wander in meadows, and windmills turn slowly above ancient farms. Nothing here is in a hurry. Even the waves seem to walk. Autumn paints the land in amber and fire. Leaves fall like exhaled thoughts. Apples ripen in hidden orchards. Mushrooms appear overnight in dark forest corners. In the south, in Skåne, fields stretch wide and golden. Old manors sleep behind hedgerows, and the wind from the Baltic brings salt and history. Fika, the Swedish pause for coffee and cake, becomes sacred in these darker days. Candles are lit early, blankets are drawn close, and the conversation lingers like steam over a cup. It's not escape, it's embrace. In Sweden, darkness is not feared, it is softened. And then winter returns. But by now, you are ready. You light a candle. You listen to the snow. You wear wool, eat warmly, and let silence become your teacher. In Sweden, seasons are not things to conquer. They are companions. Each one brings something, and across them all, the land watches, still, generous, steady. You realize you've not just seen Sweden, you've felt it. In the wind, in the wood, in the way silence speaks. And when you leave, something in you has slowed, not stopped, just deepened. Thank you for drifting with us through Sweden, a land of silence, balance, and light. If this journey gave you space to breathe, consider subscribing to a narrated discovery. Until next time, move softly and listen deeply.